While there was no obvious evidence pointing to a specific culprit, it was thought to be an inside job. Museum administrators at one point were accused of staging the theft to boost museum attendance, which increased substantially following the theft. No evidence, however, linked them. Bizarrely, both the avant-garde poet Guillaume Apollinaire and his friend, the famous painter, sculptor, and inventor Pablo Picasso, were suspected of being connected. Picasso was rumoured at the time to have purchased the various pieces of stolen merchandise from a friend, among them the Mona Lisa. Apollinaire was arrested and taken in for questioning by the police on 7th of September. After being held for a week, he was released without charge. For 2 years, the whereabouts of the Mona Lisa was unknown. In the meantime, the crime continued to make headlines around the world. While the case may not have been the biggest art theft of its time, it was certainly the best known. Newspaper cartoons, riddles, jokes, and even popular sheet music songs all referenced and mocked the theft. Then, more than 2 years later, on the 10 December 1930, Vincenzo Perugia, an Italian immigrant using the alias of Leonardo Vincenzo, approached art dealer Alfredo Gheri at his office in Florence, Italy, offering to sell the painting for 500,000 lira, about £356,000, or 258,228 euros. The motive was supposedly not money. Perugia hated France, and he felt that Italian masterpieces belonged in museums in Italy, so he removed the Mona Lisa, rescuing her from France, with the goal of returning her to her homeland. When Gheri asked to see the painting, Perugia arranged to meet him the next day at the Albergo Tripoli Italia Hotel, later renamed Hotel La Gioconda. According to an online account by pbs.org, Jerry and Giovanni Poggi, and director of Uffizi Gallery in Florence, met with Perugia as planned. To their surprise, Perugia produced the painting, which was rolled and stashed in the false bottom of a wooden cargo trunk, under the guise of wanting to authenticate the painting before purchasing it. Jerry and Poggi took the painting to the museum at Perugia, and as Perugia waited for them in the hotel, I'm not very good at these names. Perugia waited for them in his hotel room. Once it was decided that the painting was in fact authentic, the men notified the police, and Perugia was arrested. As it turned out, the Mona Lisa had been hidden away for 2 years in the modest apartment where Perugia lived in France, just a few blocks from the Louvre, from where the painting was stolen. Police then learned the details surrounding the theft from Perugia. The idea to steal the painting hadn't been Perugia's. The plan had instead been masterminded by Eduardo Di Felerino, an Argentinian conman who'd hired Perugia to carry out the deed, a house painter and carpenter born in Italy. Perugia had worked at the Louvre in 1908, while they had been contracted to make a special glass-covered viewing box for more prominent paintings in the museum, the Mona Lisa like among them. When the theft was discovered, so was the discarded box, found in a stairwell along the painting's gilt wood frame. Police also discovered that following the theft being reported worldwide, Val Friano had sold 6 fake Mona Lisas, duping several buyers into believing their painting was the real thing. Val Friano was only interested in selling fakes while the Mona Lisa was missing. He had no designs on ever acquiring the original, and did not contact him again. Perugia was convicted of theft and given a lenient sentence on patriotic grounds of 1 year and 2 weeks in prison. The Mona Lisa, which is owned by the French government, was eventually returned to the Louvre, where it is still exhibited today. After the incident, stricter security measures were put in place to ensure that the theft of the masterpiece never happened again. The mid-sized composition now hangs in the private alcove at the end of a large hall, cordoned off by velvet ropes and protected by security glass in the museum's Sala d'Atta Hall, the same hall once used for legislative sessions presided over by Napoleon III. Hotel La Gioconda has a reproduction of the Mona Lisa hanging above its reception desk, together with a small plaque commemorating the stolen painting's brief stay in the building, in a room numbered 20, together with its thief.